And welcome my friend, and then I am planning to give you information that how to repair faulty code in Toyota Prius car, and now we have really faulty code in front speed sensor area, and let's go to look at how we repair that thing. Okay, and first step this job is that we have to remove this front wheel and tire, and we need socket that we open these wheel bolts. Okay, and we need really 21 millimeter socket what fits in these bolts, and then I open that bolt. And remember, if you use your normal tools, use longer bar, because these bolts are 120 Newton meters force and they are tight. But if you have impact driver, these bolts opens easily. Okay, and now we use this my impact driver, what I can recommend, Makita battery base, and bolts opens really nicely and fast. Okay, good. And then we take that wheel away, little bit movement, and wheel is free. And then we need to look the sensor area, and the sensor is in here back down area. Okay, and now it is good to change our steering wheel's position, that we can install this our sensor in that position, that we can look that better in here. Okay, and this is our sensor what we have to open, and for that opening we need in here this 10 millimeter socket, and I take my socket next. Okay, here is 10 millimeter socket, and it fits this sensor in that way, and then we can use this spanner or wrench, or if we have impact driver, we can open that in this way, and now it opens nicely. And there is really one 10 millimeter small bolt, and now this our sensor opens also, and now we look in their inside, that we check that there is everything okay in their inside, because this is critical part. Okay, and now I have to check in their inner area that all of these dents are okay, and there is no any mud or sand in there. And I rotate this my brake so that my gear is now, by the way, neutral. If you have stuck, go to install your Prius in neutral, and then I can rotate that, and now I can see that there's something interesting in here. Okay, let's look, is there something faulty point? Okay, and now I take my flathead screwdriver, and I really check that what are these dents in here, because if these dents are too worn out, then we have difficulties in here when we look that hole. They have to be in nice, and I have to clean these things. And if there's any damage, I have to replace this inner wheel. Okay, in that way. And these holes have to be also clean. And that's I take a little bit new flathead screwdriver. There is really this hole, and when I rotate that, these are like clean, and these are not. And I check also that they are clean, good. Okay, and in this way this ABS sensor ring, we have cleaned that. Okay, and I finished that job. But this is this idea to you. Okay, and then when we have take this ABS sensor away, next step is to take out this support contact point in here, like in that one, in here, and there's new bolt, and actually there is small this metal clamp what I can open with my screwdriver, and I take now a little bit bigger screwdriver, and for that job we need now bigger screwdriver that I can bend a little bit this area in that way, and we can look that also closer. Now we have nice view, and there is my screwdriver's head, and I little bit bend this metal area in this way, and then I can take this sensor away in here. Excellent. Now it's like free, and then we can go to next area in here. There we have next bolt in here. That one 10 millimeter, and I open that also. Now this cable opens, and I take this screw that we can look at what it looks like, and there is 10 millimeter screw. Check that it goes in here. Excellent. And then our next job is to look in here, and now we have to remove this inner fender, this plastic fender, and this is our next job. There is really about 5 to 6 these holders what we have to remove, and now we need special pliers. Okay, and now we need pliers what looks like that, and there is this sharp head, and also this long head pliers what looks like that, and again pliers what are in this way. And using these devices we can take these plastic things away, and let's go to look at how it happens. Okay, there is this first this plastic bolt, and now I think that if I pull out that in this way, this part opens. Look, this is this idea. When we are lucky, this is so easy, only that I compress that out, and in this way I can remove and reuse these plastic bolts. That how there is this hole, and later I can install this part back. And now I remove all of these holders in here. Plastic bolt is in here. It is like hidden. Let's look at how I can take this away. Now it is not so easy, and that's I can install this my tool in here and bend that a little bit, and these parts normally goes broken, like in that one went, and I can purchase new parts from Toyota dealership center, and then in this area in here, that area, there is next one in this position, and now I install my pliers in here, and let's look at, and these are a little bit difficult to remove because they goes broken, and now this holder opens, and now I have take this area away, and I do same thing in that another side. Okay, and now we think that where are next? There is next screw in that area, and I take this one away. Okay, now it opens. Then when I have taken this enough away, I can carefully bend this down this way, and I can keep this in here, and then I can look in this up area, because here is this our connector point, and let's go to look that area. Okay, and there is our target, this area. There is this connector, and now I have to open this connector in here so that I press this area and then I pull out like in that way. I have to press this area in here and then pull out this cable in that area. Let's look closer. Okay, and now I use flathead screwdriver and I press this area, this switch in here, and same time now I remove this cable. Excellent. And now these parts are separated, and then I have to bend this connector away in here, and for that job I need now a little bit bigger pliers in here, and I bend this area, and now this goes broken, but it is not big defect because this was damaged. And then I take this old part in away in this area. I remove this part also in here because I have to connect this new part in this position. And now I need another type of tool, and carefully I can remove this part away, even that it is tight. And maybe I need bigger tools. Okay, and now I have bigger pliers in here in my hand. And let's look that can I take this old part away using these pliers. Little by little. Okay, now I managed to take that out. Excellent. And then we can install new part in same position. Okay, and then we compare this new sensor, what is in my hand, that it is similar than this old one, because otherwise we have issue. And now I think that these cables, especially this area, they look similar, and also this connector area is similar. Okay, good. And now we go to install this new sensor in back. Okay, and we start that job so that firstly I install this up areas connector. I take that area away, and there was this my connector part in here, and now I connect these together and let's listen. Click. Good, click is important. And then I press this area in this holding position. Good. In that way. And then this my sensor comes in this way down. And now I install this my inner ending back in this position inside in here. Now and then this my sensor part. There was first connection point in here, and let's install in that area bolt. And here is this my 10mm bolt, and I install these parts in back. And then I rotate that. I have a little bit bigger extension. Okay, and then a little bit more force. Good. Now it's in position. And then we go forward, and this part belongs in here, and that's I have to move this this area in here. And now these parts belongs in here, and now I can reuse this old holding position. I can install this my new cable. I have this big flathead screwdriver, and I a little bit bend this bigger. Now this my cable is free. And then I can install these things in that old holder in that way, and then I have to compress these clamp a little bit smaller using my pliers carefully. And now when I compress, I have to only compress this steel area in that way, and then I check that this is nicely. And then I have this final sensor part installation. Okay, and there is the sensor part, and this part goes in that area. And check that if there is any difficulties to install, we can move this cable in a little bit down. And now I believe that I moved a little bit lower in that way. Good. And then I again compress my steel clamp a little bit smaller carefully, because if I compress too much, then this my cable can go broken, and it's very bad. And then we install this sensor back. Okay, and this area is very sensitive, and if there is any dusty, we need to vacuum clean and take all sands away. And now I take my vacuum cleaner. Okay, and I really need vacuum cleaner, and let's look at how we clean that area. Now I start my vacuum cleaner. There is this nozzle. And then I can also rotate this my brake disc in that way and clean same time more this dust is away. Excellent. And now we can see that this area is very clean, and then we can install this sensor back. Okay, and then I install this sensor back, and it goes only in there one way, and then this bolt back. And in this bolt installation I can use these longer pliers, look, in that way. And then we look that where is this hole. Hole, it is in that area. Here, excellent. Now it's in position, and then I rotate this bolt back, and I need spanner and wrench next that this becomes tight. Okay, and now I have wrench in here, and this force is not very much, it is only 10 Newton meters. Do not over tight this sensor. Okay, and now the sensor is in position, and final part is to check that these cables are nicely, and now the sensor replace is almost ready. Final part is that I have to install in here these my inner fenders, all these lock these bolts back, and this is quite a big job, because we have to go to look all of these holes, and then when we have these plastic holders, they work so that firstly I open this area in that way, in this position, and then finally I press that in, and then it is like locked. And if these are broken, I have to go to purchase new plastic parts in Toyota dealership center, and these cost about $1 and $1 per piece, and really use these Toyota's originals, because these last and keeps this inner fender 20 years. Okay, and now I install these things back, and let's go to look at when I found first one. Okay, and now we have first one in this area, and firstly we look that there is this inner hole, and then I can install this my firstly this that way, and then I compress that in. And now this part keeps position, excellent, and then I install all of these another bolts back in here. Okay, and soon we can see this my result, what it looks like. Okay, and now these bolts, they are in position back, and there is also that one, and then in here it is in this one, and in here is that one, and also these screws in here. Okay, and now final part is to test drive this our sensor, and now this job is ready.